it's a beautiful season, and thank you. Thank you for reaching out. Um, I want to start by saying the body, the mind, and the soul. So we are connected in a three dimension uh, level because we've got the spiritual side, which comes with our ancestry, um, those who gave us life, and we carry on with the life. When they departure, they they go to a soulful place, which is this, which is the elevation of 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 in a spirit, in a spiritual dimension where 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 life exists. Um, then when we bridge that into trauma, um, we all kind of then suffer uh, uh, between the living and and the physical people, because now we need to work together as a group uh, on passing on information. Uh, so it's the same way a society can work. Some are responsible. Some are. Some are. Some. Some they've got responsibilities of watching us as in security system of a nation or of a household. Some are parents. Some are guidance. Some are kids. So it's the same thing. It's the same hierarchy with our spirits as we maneuver on this space. Um, before before you inherit uh, your legacy, uh, you need to graduate um, first your spiritual. You need to obtain your spiritual legacy. So it's the same thing on this earth. You need qualifications, so you go through education, then you acquire certain knowledge so that you can govern a system. It's the same system which we have in the ancestry, family tree, clan. We hold so much of this heritage, um, but the truth, uh, which we don't speak about uh, in reality, is how we need to heal, how we need to move forward, uh, and how we find a space of breaking generational traumas. Uh, Not all the time, all of us are ready to walk in our spiritual lens, because sometimes you're healing the past trauma of your own ancestors. Sometimes you're healing you are healing your own self. You are finding your economical balance. You're trying to find your love. You're trying to find your family. Sometimes you've got for example, like Soko Jena, we have battled avenging spirits of the people who were murdered by my ancestors. We were battling spiritual things of things which we did wrong, as things which tend against the morals and values of our own ancestry. We were dealing with the division of the family, how the family must come together as in one, and how we fix things, because at some point things get sour in families, and people, they don't trust each other over over some deeds which we do. And then we also have gifts. We need to learn who we are. Uh, Sometimes you have got a water gift, or you took from your grandfather. You have got a hunter gift. You are supposed to be an entrepreneur. You're supposed to be crossing seas. You're supposed to be starting businesses. You're supposed to be inventing things. You're a craftsman. You are evangelist. You can preach. You are an athlete. There's something, or you are a healer. There's something which you have, which you need to unlock, and maybe that is the season. So as much as we can heal our past life, we need to, at some point, we need to let go. We need to let go of things. As long as we were truthful to what we needed to heal, uh, it's it's not healthy to blame, or to carry on with a trauma which is not yours, unless if it's concerning the living. Whereas then you need to make peace with the people who you wronged. So in some cases we have very sensitive cases, like genocides, suicide, murder cases, uh, 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 like we have sensitive things which happened in a past generation. But if you want to look into life, and if you want to look in a family, systemic consolation, sometimes be truthful to what you want to walk into and address, because then you can't take shoes which are not yours, then you walk the rest of your life with a with a blame, or with something which you really not sure of the proceedings. So I'll give you example. Like if we look into uh, the situation of South Africa, uh, you guys got independence in 94 or 96, and it's not far how many years if we can count. So we are still coming from a liberation struggle, and there's so much which happened in during liberation struggle, and it might replica itself as it manifests, because that was a generation of suppressed people. So there's nothing difference between us and our ancestors, because we're just living in this different era. They were living in that era where they went through struggle. They had to fight the oppressor, they had to fight the enemy, and people were shifted, and people now were wrestling towards empowering themselves in a new system which they needed to adapt, because now you are being governed with the power nations. So imagine the frustration of someone who was supposed to be a family man, or someone who went to war. Then you were displaced from your family, and you saw things which which were not supposed to be seen. You saw dead people, you saw blood, you were also baptized in that blood, and you carry that history with you. Now you've got a family. So during that time of war and oppression, and colonization, not everyone made it, and people succumbed situations like which we have now, like drug abuse, alcoholism. Uh, 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 there was so there was the the frustrations were real. The employment structure wasn't conducive for everyone. Not everyone was coming from the same families, because some people was they things never worked for them. Look at what HIV did to our society. It killed people. There were so many people who were raised as orphans, and those people had to find means of production and find means of breaking even. It wasn't easy for certain individuals, even the people we celebrate today. It wasn't easy for them to be sitting where they are. So one might be sitting in a system, in a systemic situation like that. It can be a systemic situation of a country. It can be a systemic it can be a systemic uh, uh, constitution of your own family, and you carry that history, and things are supposed to be addressed amicably. So I always say, check check on your season. That's number one. Check on your season as a family, because you might be battling things for a long time, and it's not even something which you need to continue carrying. That could be a trauma breach from your ancestors, and you just needed to look into that with a new reflection and a new eye, and not blame yourself on things which can even happen today. What happens today if we go for 10 years on a drought? It will shift a lot of things. What happens in a country which is having a genocide? Let's look at what is happening in Ukraine. So, do you think that in the next 20 years, the next generation which is going to come is going to be healed? They're going to be born with the trauma of bomb, guns, bombing. There are already people who have lost life in a traumatic way. And the way life is brought is the way life is. The way life ends is the way life is brought. So if that's why you see most of us, we carry anxieties in our bodies. Some are scared of speed, some are scared of heights, some are scared of suffocating, some are scared of accidents. All these things, if you want to really look into it, some are scared of being poisoned. It's things which were done as past on past life, then it becomes a part of you, and it it gives you that energy until it is resolved, until you break that generational trauma, because it can happen. As much as we have other things like spiritual traumas, where our cousins can murder people, or our relatives can commit third murder degree in a family tree, then we open that thing, then we've got cases which are affecting us, and they come as spiritual wives, as spiritual husband, and those things need to be addressed. uh, that's another dimension which needs an expert, because you need someone who can open that wave and kind of heal with those avenging spirits in an amicable way, because what the spirit want from their side is closure. It's the same thing with you. What happens to you if you are killed and suffocated without a closure? What happens when you are raped and mated, and someone gets away with murder? Definitely you're gonna come avenging to the next generation of that clan until gratitude is observed. So we have those things as part of us, and these things are coming with spirituality and stuff. Once you address your own story and you observe your own systemic consolation, uh, most of us we're going through that, and we are in denial of things which we are sitting uh, 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 it as family, as something. So it's good to start your spiritual journey if it's that season, so that you heal what you're supposed to heal in a respectful manner, of not judging, maybe just honoring and acknowledging. Sometimes we can't change the history. You don't know what happened to your grandparents, you don't know what happened to your parents, you don't really know the story. Even right now, how many things are happening to us, and not everyone really gets to know the core of the story, like at heart. So we maneuver with a possibility of landing in a safe space. So if you are designated to to move on with life and celebrate life and start life on a new slate, heal your past and allow yourself to move forward. Find your talents, find who you are, love those who are around you, Love those who constantly feature in your path. Love those who come and support you all the time. Invest your time in the things you want. Find your love. Settle down. Make peace with your surroundings. Make pray for others. Uh, 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 Pray for your success. Find a team of people who you can collaborate with and grow your initiatives and travel the world, and that is life. That's what we need. So it's high time we let go of the past. We It's high time we also let the past heal. But if we need to make peace with certain things, let's be in a respectful season. We res- we 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 create that conducive environment, and we pay gratitude to all protocols. So all protocols should be observed by order, by respect, and by honor, and by acknowledgement. Do we acknowledge that our ancestors were wrong when they killed people? If it's yes, we light a candle and we make peace, or we find, if it's deeper than that, we find an expert of that field, then we make peace. If it's family, we were fighting with the wrong people, it's also good to say sorry, and you make peace with your family and your friends. If we were sitting on family problems and we were not giving each other time and space to listen to each other with an open eye or a second eye, maybe it's high time we come as brothers and sisters, and we look at life as in a family tree. We write down things which can affect the new generation, and we find ways of healing that past and on those wounds. If 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 you're going through your own healing space, go in isolation, start your journey, meet other healers, meet other gurus, and learn from others. We always learn from others to get our stability. You borrow from others, or you are given a direction as in perspectives, then you end up finding your own understanding. Then you become an expert of your own field as you discover how to use your other talents, and that's your own spiritual growth to pursue. So 26 is a beautiful year, and that bell you had, I feel like it's a affirmation of something. It's an affirmation of something. You just need to sit on it and be truthful. If you were praying about it, check your surroundings. If things are working out for you and there's a new light in your path and there are new opportunities coming your way, new offers coming your way, maybe it's a season where you take what is coming your way, because now you are being told that it's your season to grow. You've got a responsibility to you've got a beautiful young daughter to take care of. So you deserve a good life ahead of you. You deserve you deserve stability in your life. You deserve uh, you deserve yeah, happiness in your life. You deserve love in your life. You need to settle. You need to build. You need to raise your child the way you want them, and you continue. Life continues from where it left. So pray that you're alive, and pray that you've got people who love you, and keep on loving and loving. Trust me, love is the magic. Love is the key. Love will heal everything around you. A positive mind will take you places. It's like a magnetic force. You keep on attracting all sorts of light in your way. But be positive and pray for others, and that's all you need. I love you, Kara, and I wish you a happy 26.